Speaking of Helena, the doctors have given her the A-OK after nearly being drowned to death, stating that her tempers will rebalance quickly. There is also talk if she needs a quote obligement session, which my mind only wonders what that could mean. The big debate is what's to happen with Helena going forward. Do they risk taking her back to the innies where she's almost been killed twice? Now Mark won't work without Helly, and his work on the Cold Harbor file is so important that Mr. Drummond says it will be the greatest achievement in mankind's history. Helena does not want to go, stating that innies are effing animals. An interesting thing to say since last episode she had sex with one. Unfortunately, she has no choice. It's kind of ironic for being the next in line of this giant company, she has almost less freedom than her innie. Notice how when Innie Helly descends to the severed floor for the first time since episode 108, her fists are clenched. In her mind, she is just coming back from the frigid waters of Woe's Hollow. Now if you're Helly, the last hour would have looked something like this. You kiss Mark goodbye, wake up to find you're Helena Egan and are tackled as you try to expose the truth, wake up to find yourself being drowned to death, and boom, you're right back at work.
Who the f are you?
That's gotta have a crazy toll on your psyche. The entire MDR team is taken to Milchick's office where they're given a debrief from everything that happened last episode. Irv has been fired and is now on an elongated cruise voyage. Something we know is BS, as we'll later see him up top. The big betrayal, however, was Helena posing as Helly, and there's no one more pissed off about this than Helly herself. It was a total violation of who she is as a person, and Milchick tries to frame this as a patriotic endeavor by Helena to learn more about the innies. Recounting the story of the Glücksraben where the Swedish prince would disguise himself as one of the people to get a better sense of what their true grievances were. Kier Egan himself did this in his ether factories. It was an ether factory where he met his wife Imogen. Dylan is arguably the most vocal about Irv's dismissal, calling Milchik and Lumon murderers. Is he right? Technically, Irv's body is still there in the outside world, but the person who was Irv's innie is gone. As Mark states,
he's not dead, he's just not here.
Any memory of Irv has been wiped from their office. His desk is gone and he's been photoshopped out of their workplace photo. Dylan suggests they hold a funeral, or as Milchick calls it, a bereavement ceremony.